Hey guys, welcome back to my next art book preview video. This week we have Retro Box by Herrera Box. So this is signed by Francisco Herrera. This is the box that 2 books come in for this project. So I'm just showing this quickly. I've actually already removed the books from it. So here we have them, volume 1 and 2, and I took them out off camera just so that I could get them out easier because it was a little bit tight and tricky to get out. So let's start with volume 1. Quick look at the front and back there. You might have noticed they're very similar, the front covers to both of these books. It's just like a variation. Let me show that again. So this one is volume 1 and this one is volume 2. She's just got different outfit, different colours, etc. Okay, so getting straight into this. Francisco Herrera Retro Box is a book that I have not been able to get hold of very easily. It comes up occasionally online, but it's usually quite expensive. They're not cheap books to get. And I've been after this since I showed my last Francisco Herrera books on camera, which I'll show you in a second. But since then, I fell in love with his work and I've been after any of his books that I could get hold of. This one was originally a Kickstarter though, I think from about 2020. And I wasn't aware of the artist at the time, so I was unable to back it. And yeah, again, it just seemed quite difficult to actually get hold of these books if you didn't back them. Now, you're going to notice what I would normally call fan art. But with Francisco, I believe that, like with this Top Cat image, for example, I believe he actually probably worked on some of the stuff because he's got such a big portfolio. He's worked on so many big names. So we had all the Sesame Street characters and things there. Obviously Marvel, he's very well known for Marvel, but he's worked on some really big projects, probably still does. I won't claim to be up to date on everything. He's not overly active on social media, so you know, it's not easy to keep up to everything. But these are his latest sketchbooks, and on the description on Kickstarter, it basically describes these as full of sketches, comic books, like panels and things, and toy designs and concept work for things like that. It's got a bit of everything in here. This was actually one of my favourite images and is currently on his website. So I'm really pleased to see that in the book. And you can probably tell his work is extremely stylized. It's one of the reasons I love it so much. It's something a little bit different. It pushes the boundaries a little bit in terms of like exaggeration. And there's all your favorite characters in here. So it's just really cool books to own. And personally, I love the actual layout of these books as well. They're absolutely chocked with images. But like this one, you can see it's got like the sketches in the background and the full coloured rendered versions in the front. Some people might find that a bit messy, but I really like it. So as mentioned earlier, I do have another video of his sketchbox selection. So we've got books 1, 2, 3 and 4 there. So I'll put links in the description box below to those. Those are awesome. It's a similar kind of content. We've got a different style of characters. We've got sketches. We've got comic book panels, concepts for toys and like other merchandise, stuff like that. Very similar layout as well to the way he's done his sketches, various colours, pencil work, fully rendered. Again, really just a bit of everything. And you might recognise not only some of the well-known characters, but I think he's done comic books and created his own characters, or maybe for himself or maybe for companies, I'm not sure. But I do recognise some of them, even though I'm not overly familiar with them myself. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for book 1. And we're going to move on to book 2 here. You can see I've got something here in the background just to prop the book up so that the lighting isn't reflecting too much off the pages. So it's a very similar sort of layout in terms of the front cover, the back. But yeah, I don't fully know why he did this project as 2 separate books. Because I think there's 96 pages listed between the 2. So, you know, it's enough to fill a small book, but it's not a huge amount of pages on each book. So I'm not 100% why he didn't just do one larger book. Maybe it was because of the binding, something like that. This box that it comes in, by the way, it's really cool, really nice to display. But between the 2 books and the box, it's actually surprisingly heavy. It does use up quite a lot of space on your shelf as well, so just something to bear in mind. But I mean, look at this. Not only is his style amazing, but he does things that I wouldn't really know how to start, like, you know, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone as an artist. They're very cartoony and exaggerated, but ones like this have still got a lot of high detail, high resolution, sort of very well rendered. So full range of things, including inks as well. Really detailed work though. And even the characters that I'm not as familiar with, I really like seeing the way that he's drawn them. I actually just got this through with quite a few different books, so I've ordered quite a lot of Humberto Ramos books. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's another artist that I would consider not as exaggerated as this, but definitely slightly exaggerated, quite a cool style. So I will record those and again put links in the description box below to those. Definitely check those out if this is your kind of thing. So there's still quite a lot to show. I've skipped through it pretty quickly, but as mentioned, the books are not huge, so I don't want to give too much away. When I was looking for this book, I couldn't really find any previews at all online, so I'm sort of hoping that by making this, it will help some of you guys that are in the same position as me. This is really cool if you're a Big Bang Theory fan like me. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it at that, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching everyone.